One thing that you have to know about this video is that it'll give you ideas and tips when it comes to building your fortune that can eventually make you the next self-made billionaire. Proper strategies will help you level up your life and income, because if it doesn't, you wouldn't be here watching this video now, would you? That shows that you're one determined person, and we're going to help you by letting you in on a secret of becoming wealthy through taking an asymmetric risk. Before anything else, welcome back, loyal viewers. Today, we'll focus on another video that can take you from struggling to rich after following the strategies you're about to hear. So let's not waste any more time and get on with it. Although, before we start, you have to understand what asymmetric risks are, sometimes called asymmetric opportunities. This is the term used when the rewards involved are higher than the cost of the whole project. For example, investing $5,000 on an Amazon stock when it only cost around $5 per share from 2001 up until today allows you to have over $3.2 million. Another example is investing in $1,000 in Bitcoin 5 years ago, which would give you around $100,000 today. These examples best describe what asymmetric risks mean in business. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to list down the opportunities you could take on and start your journey on building your financial stability. The goal is simple: to find something that sparks your interest and invest in it. At first, you might think that you're losing a bit of your money, but in the end, you'll realize that you've won big bucks after the investment worked. That is why it's called a risk. You have to be bold enough to break out of mediocrity and not be afraid to take a leap of faith and invest. This is actually one of the reasons why some people don't get to reach the financial freedom that they aim to have, because they weren't brave enough to put their money out there and see if it can grow in stocks, Bitcoin, or other forms of investment. You have to understand how the asymmetry works and trust the process. Stop being accustomed to small wins and rare dramatic losses, because being afraid will get you nowhere. One perfect example would be being hired on a job that pays you poorly. Each time the economy shifts, you'll suffer until the time comes that you end up unemployed. This could be avoided if you take a risk and use the volatility to win big. This is why technology startups are suitable for you to invest in. Also, statistically speaking, only 4 out of 10 succeed in investing. 3 will do okay, and only 1 will be lucky enough to do well. Unfortunately, the remaining 6 will most likely fail. Another example of an asymmetric risk is when you decide to start or join a company that you have shares in. Now, the most that you can lose is your time, but when it succeeds, the results will be worth it all. The concept of asymmetry is again used, just like in this video where we made an asymmetric bet that the contents we've created and researched can live forever. For as long as the viewers keep watching it and treat it as something valuable, we can somehow get some kind of return. However, it's not just limited to videos, because a book, podcast, tweets, or even social media posts can be considered as an asymmetric bet as well. In any way, they can reach out to a lot of people and attain collateral benefits. It can also work exceptionally well if you try to convert it into a digital-based product. For instance, instead of a conventional book, you can make it an ebook. That way, the only thing that it would cost you is your time spent writing the content of the book. But the digital course could benefit you as much as an actual book. Another asymmetric opportunity for you is that you only have to write the book once and reproduce it as much as the readers are willing to buy it. You see, the opportunities are there for everyone, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people move to big cities. The risk of relocating allows us to access people and opportunities that we could not possibly have in a small town. The same goes for traveling around the world. But perhaps the most significant asymmetric risk of all is getting to do it while you're still young. This gives you the chance to take risks, because in case none of it works, you still have time to try again. Here's another example. You could go to many first dates that might allow you to meet numerous people with different personalities and eventually help you find the partner that you're looking for. The disadvantage would be that the date doesn't work out and you just have to move along to the next one. But the advantage would be you finding the one that you'll spend the rest of your life with. Going on dates may have a low cost of entry, because one thing you get is that you're meeting a stranger for the first time and you're still unsure of how they'll affect your life. The same thing goes when you're, say, Reading a book. A book can cost you around $15 and maybe a few hours to finish reading it, but not all books can be worth it. But then again, there are books that are worth it. Books that could contribute to your growth by connecting the right pieces of information that you need in your life. This is the same reason that we have when we decide to buy courses or attend business events. We believe that the cost we pay to avail of these services will pay off in the long run, making this investment worth it. This explains why hundreds of thousands of people go online and subscribe to some course, believing that it would somehow give them the educational opportunities that they're looking for. So yeah, you could find asymmetric opportunities anywhere, and I know that you're looking for financial growth because you wouldn't be here if you don't care about that. So let's talk about the most significant asymmetric opportunity that my team and I have found: cryptocurrency, which, as of this moment, one Bitcoin is worth over $42,000. This amount is expected to increase in the next 5 years to around $250,000. I guess that calls for a very wise investment, seeing how when you buy one Bitcoin, the most that you can lose is $42,000. But once it works out, imagine the amount you could get from it, more than 5 times the investment that you made. Another reason why many people are betting on Ethereum is that it can flip a Bitcoin in terms of market capitalization and allow startup investments in an early stage of DAO or other crypto services. In one of his interviews, famous CEO Raoul Pal said that if we focus on the fact that the space is increasing 100 times in the next 10 years, we won't really care how much we're paying for it right now. Conventional finance is struggling because the current climate of investments in both real estate and stocks is having a hard time keeping up with the continuous inflation. This gives the automation and disruptive technologies to consume more of these slow and steady returns than what the conventional investors are used to. All of these pushed intelligent investors to take on these asymmetric opportunities and support simple strategy. This strategy talks about how an investment goes down 100%, but its potential to go up is infinite. So as long as you're willing to invest and generate a personal income, you have the opportunity to spike up your investments. All you have to do is survive each downfall, because who cares if you fall a couple of times? Just make sure that you keep on going with a belief that someday one risk will earn you enough money to stay comfortable for the rest of your life. So who cares if you have to read a couple of bad books and go on a couple of bad dates? Just keep going, because one day you will get to read that one great book and go on that one great date that will change your life forever. Don't let your fear hinder you from taking that risk that might lead you to earn big bucks. You have to remember that you're now in a different generation. You can't just pick up one job to work for 40 years and then retire. You have to keep on moving with society, adapt to modern life, and go with the flow. Make sure that you not only survive but also thrive in this new and contemporary world, because it'll lead you to financial success. Be optimistic and identify the asymmetric opportunities around you. Actually, if you happen to know one that we weren't able to include in this video, feel free to share it with us in the comments section below. As our loyal watchers, you know that we always reserve a bonus tip for all of those who watch our videos until the very end. For this video, we'll let you in on a secret on how to take full advantage of this asymmetric risk that we're talking about. And what exactly is this bonus secret? Create an income machine. You have to make sure that you have a steady income flow to continue investing. This should allow you to convert your knowledge, skills, time, and efforts into currency. You can't depend too much on other people in this time and age. You have to figure things out by yourself, and one way that you can do that is by making asymmetric risks your top priority. Be it buying one Bitcoin, writing one blog post a day, or finally publishing your YouTube channel and creating videos that might become tomorrow's viral content. Whatever you decide to pursue, just keep on working on it, because someday all your efforts will pay off. So for now, put your best foot forward, allow your investments to grow, because as long as your income machine is doing its job bringing in the money, you're in good hands. Remember, you are a wonder in your own right, so don't let society drag you down. Work on the things that will help you make more money, and watch how your life will drastically change for the better. Actually, by watching this video, you're already taking on an asymmetric risk, and we can say that it is definitely worth it. So make sure that you continue watching our videos. Hit that notification bell so that you'll be updated on our future content. Please leave a like, comment, and share this with your family and friends. See you in our next video.